what we do is we are trying to wrench the antiquated restaurant industry into the 21st century. Robots have been in factories building cars since the 1970s, and yet the biggest innovation in the restaurant sector has been touchscreen kiosks in the last 15 years. So what we're trying to do is change that with hardware, robotics, automation, software, AI, the whole full stack of technology, and create solutions for restaurants that empower them and empower their staff. So I know a lot of robotics companies in the F&B space have gone down the route of manipulators, humanoids, robot arms, and things like that. We decided that this wasn't the right way to go, at least for now. Manipulators are very expensive and restaurants have no money. So we realized we needed targeted solutions that were dirt cheap. And instead of trying to make robotics and hardware that would fit into a human environment, we realized we actually still had a lot of lenience to shape the environment and the workspace around the technology we make. So all of our robots are all built from scratch and are designed to sort of reframe the way technology would interface. So instead of having a bowl and arms move that bowl along, we instead have conveyor belts that move the bowl along and the ingredients fall into it. Having Common Room as our living lab and running, our technology, robots, computer vision, etc. in it every day for the last 18 months has taught us quite a bit. Some of the biggest things is that, interestingly, most customers don't care. Often we'd ask people, how's the food? How did you feel that it was made by a robot? And they tended to go, was it? So that was very interesting learning. The other biggest thing is it acts as possibly the clearest filter for engineering. It's very easy when you're doing closed door testing, alpha testing in a lab, everything's nice and clean and sterile, to work on features with imaginary constraints and imaginary requirements. When you are standing behind the counter and there's a queue of 50 customers and the robot's gone down for a couple of minutes, it becomes extremely clear what you have to work on and what you have to solve. And so in that regard, it's like the finest filter for knowing how to work on things and not future-proof and worry about stuff that isn't actually a pressing problem. A massively undervalued part of trying to build a startup in the UK, especially London, is the sheer talent density. Within about 100 miles of London, there are 3 of the top 10 universities on the planet. There's a huge arbitrage opportunity here. Engineering salaries are a fraction of what they are in America for even better talent. And so one of the fortunate things about running the company is you get access to a really high density talent pool for a bargain. The other fantastic opportunity is that London is one of the world's food capitals. There is a plethora of interesting restaurants and cuisines. And so you have lots of people who are interested in technology, but also interested in food. And so marrying those together, it's perfect. We've spoken to a lot of restaurant operators over the last couple of years, and there's a wide variety of reactions. Most people are extremely excited, think it's probably a misconception that restaurants want to be tech agnostic or sort of antiquated. I think people really want to jump into the future and embrace new technology. One of the biggest challenges is simply just the foundational layer. Lots of restaurants don't have proper databases or ways to ingress their data. They don't have tools for doing analytics. And so that's where we've started to try and work with them on that as well. What we've sort of realized recently, it's quite difficult to build an automation that actuates and does things if you don't even have the sensing layer to figure out what's going on in the first place. The future vision for Kaikaku is that every single restaurant on Earth is powered by our technology in some way or another. The dream, if you worked in a Kaikaku OS powered restaurant, would be that your day is pretty chill. You don't need to worry about lots of food prep. You don't need to worry about stocking things. You can turn up, the place is already clean. When humans come in, you can be human with them and deliver an amazing experience.